Hi guys, welcome to another video from Overbite Gaming, and today we're taking a look at 007 Nightfire. I was thinking about doing it anyway, but relatively good response to the previous video, or at least a few people watched it, so I thought I'd go ahead and do the next one. And Nightfire, it is my favourite outside of GoldenEye 007 game, fairly easily in fact. It basically takes what Agent Under Fire did and builds on it. There are still a few weird holdovers in it. You may also see I've seemed to have cracked the emulation on this one as well. It looks a lot better, so you're welcome. It didn't take me hours at all. And that's primarily in terms of the controls. The default controls are the same janky ones from the previous game, which defaulted to in the previous game, I should say, because you did have the option to have like a better version, but it was like setting 3 on that one. In this one, you actually have a specific control scheme called Nightfire, and that's the one you want to use because that's the one that has like looking on the right stick, moving on the left stick sort of thing, which like everybody nowadays is entirely used to. But why they didn't make it the default control scheme, I do not know. Especially as they actually went ahead and called it Nightfire, like this is the one you should be using to play this particular game. Whatever. But it does an even better job of emulating the Bond experience than Agent Under Fire did. It has its own intro song, like a James Bond one. You put the menus up, you get silhouettes of women shooting and flopping their hair around. You thought I was going to say something else, but no, just the hair, unfortunately. And it is, the likeness is Pierce Brosnan. Unfortunately, they couldn't get Pierce Brosnan to voice him, but they do have his likeness, so James Bond looks like Pierce Brosnan now, which is reasonable because Die Another Day was coming out at the same time this game did, which was in 2002. So there you go, 22 years old. Lovely. I feel so fucking old every time I do one of these, and you know, just generally exist. That's how I feel every day. It takes me 20 minutes to actually get all of my internal organs to start working when I wake up. The sacrifices we make for surviving, I guess. Oh well. Anyway, back to the game. So we have another sort of proto-European. I think he's European. I think he's kind of Latin, but I don't know. Fuck it. I don't care where Drake comes from. Not that Drake, this Drake. But
won't take kindly to firearms.
So you've got like all the Bondisms, as I say, and he wants to. Drake wants to take over the SDP, which is the space defense platform, where obviously it was like Star Wars from the 80s, where he'd be able to use it to like leverage the planet and stuff, and James is obviously out to stop him. Of course, there are lots of hot women along the way. You start out in the tutorial section meeting Dominique, a French Secret Service agent, and you obviously have Zoe Nightshade. From the previous game makes a return, and a couple of other ones. Obviously one of them is a bad and betrays you to the bad guy. And we have a reoccurring henchman who just won't die until it's time for him to die in the story. And he's this big guy called Rook. I really like the way they introduce him, because you're just going through a party and he just comes out the door and he's like, "Excuse me," walks past you. And I'm like, "You're one big motherfucker. I bet you're more than just a background character." And yeah, he's the bad guy. Well, he's the bad guy's henchman, I should say, because obviously he's not the bad guy because he has muscles. The bad guy needs to be the clever thing, and the henchman needs the muscly things because he does muscly activities, I guess. I don't know about muscles. Fuck it. They just like make suits fit slightly strange. He does look like his waiter outfit was painted on though. So. I don't know how I feel about that. Is that a look that would go well for me? Probably not well for me. You see my hair saggy moves, but certainly with someone with a body people might like to look at, perhaps that would be okay, I guess. Whatever. So there's a lot coming back. Interestingly enough, I did some research, and I've never played the PC version of this game. I've played the PS2 and the GameCube versions. which are pretty damn similar, apart from obviously the PS2 slightly better in terms of fidelity, and I prefer the PS2 controller. I don't know what it is about the game controller. It makes my thumb really hurt when I need to use the stick a lot. Don't know. I play like what is it? I can't remember, but the Star Wars game, the good one on it. And I play that, and like by the time I've done 2 missions, my thumb is killing me. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm getting off topic again because that's the thing that happens on this channel. So, where was I talking about? Jesus Christ. Oh yes, the PC version, yeah. So I haven't ever played it, but apparently it's very cut down. It's like half the length because there's missions missing, like the driving missions are all gone. And it's just worse in every way. It's incredible. I mean, you don't get to say that every day with PC games versus console games. I mean, I think like Arkham Knight, when that released, that was definitely better on console because it was broken on PC. But there you go. Yeah, so the reviews of the day definitely gave the PC and I think the Game Boy Advance version. Ugh, can't imagine what that'd be like. Mixed reviews. Well, they gave positive reviews to the PS2 and GameCube versions. In fact, the PS2 version was runner-up in GameSpot's annual Best Shooter on GameCube award. So not the PS2 version, I guess. That'd be the GameCube version. Oh dear. I should really remember things better, but I don't. It's just the way my brain works. But it has all the sort of same sections, so you still have the driving missions, you have the on-rail stuff. It just feels... It's not significantly different, but it does feel better to play. There are a couple of forced stealth sections, which, yeah, whatever, okay. Fortunately, on the console version, the stealth is quite forgiving. The bad guys do take a couple of seconds to recognise that you're there, even when they see you. And on the PC version, yeah, these sections were a lot more difficult apparently, with the guards instantly seeing you and running straight to the alarm panel at the speed of light, which will result in an insta-fail. Because we all love the insta-fail stealth sections on every game. It's like, dude, I'm James Bond, I should just be able to kill everybody. Because I have a license to kill, obviously, and it's perfectly legal for me to do things like that. Which is good, because he does blow up half of Paris in the opening level, so, yeah. You know, I'm not sure if license to kill sort of translates to civil destruction, but apparently it does. And although, you know, it's not Pierce Brosnan doing the lines, the guy they've got doing it, Maxwell Caulfield, does a fine job. I'm undecided whether he's trying to do a Pierce Brosnan impression, though. In some lines it sounds like he is, and other lines it's like, yeah, he's not even trying. It's weird. One thing to note that the Windows version, the bad version, was done by Gearbox. So make of that what you will. Apparently they were fucking up FPSs well before Aliens Colonial Marines. Which, to be fair, the start of that game isn't too bad, but like it gets progressively worse as they introduce bullshit new alien types and no. And like you spend a lot of the game fighting. I'm not reviewing that. What am I talking? Let's get back to Nightfire, please. Once again, you have a lot of Q gadgets, and you do have some variety in the way that you can approach things. Like the opening level, well, not the prologue, but the first mission you go on. You have to infiltrate a party. That means getting through like the guarded base to get to the party. Because for your parties, I guess, inside your military installation. Never mind. And you can either go in guns blazing and shoot everybody, or you can go in, there's like a little side route, you can go in from the main gate, and you can sneak in there and just basically shortcut past 95% of the level. Who wants to do that? I want to shoot people, so I shot people, and then got lost. I should try and cut that out. Playing it back, I actually played a lot more of it than I expected to pick up the footage, so you'll be seeing you won't just be seeing like footage from one mission. I show you the on-rails and the car section as well. Well, me failing the car section, because yeah, I basically went on a police roadblock and it was just like, yep, that's game over. I'm like, what? I can back up, I have a reverse, it's fine. No, that was game over. I was like, oh, okay then, I'm stopping playing now. But Nightfire, yeah, it's my favourite Bond on PS2. I know, I think Everything or Nothing is supposed to be really good. I can't even remember if I played that one right. I'm pretty sure I have at some point, but it's just not stuck with me the way Nightfire has, or Agent 95. I might continue going through the PS2 library of Bond games if people want me to do that or are interested in watching the video. So there's that. I mean, we've got a GoldenEye Road 8 Agent. I've played it for like 10 minutes ever. I do have it, but I don't remember it being very good, and I'm pretty sure it's regarded as pretty trash. So if you want me to suffer through that, I will. But but I think I've peaked at Nightfire. I think I've done a little bit on GoldenEye, I think in one of my old N64 videos, about running it in like 2001 or something, I don't know. Oh dear. Anyway guys, that's all from me. Nightfire, definitely worth checking out. As you can see, I've got it nicely upscaled to 1440p. The only downside I couldn't get rid of is some of the cutscenes. It seems to slow down. There's at points it's a bit stuttery, and there's some graphical artifacting. I think that's where I'm pulling it out to widescreen though, maybe. So that could be why. But the in-game footage generally looks fine. There's some sound stuttering and stuff like that, but it's like really minor. Generally it runs pretty well emulated on a PCSX2. And I'm using 2.02, which I think is the newest one. So there you go. If you want to give it a try, give it a try. I would highly recommend it. Don't get the PC version because it's awful. Do get the PS2 version or the GameCube version, depending on your platform of choice. You will get better visual results from the PS2 version, but the gameplay itself is pretty close. So there you have it. Take it easy, guys, and I'll catch you next time.